Welcome everybody to another installment of Under Construction.
Psych. Cohort 1986.
I'm sorry, look, slip up. But we had some technical difficulties this morning, so we're not on YouTube. So we will be try to post this video on YouTube later.
Yeah.
But we do have a very special guest today for our Cosmetology series.
Yes.
Candace, I want you to introduce our guest.
All right, where do I start at? All I want to say is if anybody is looking to book a hairstylist, a comedian, I can't even get it all out today, right, people? But I want to really introduce Deshawn Spears. So I've known Deshawn for about 8 years now, ever since I've been in Charlotte. When I moved to Charlotte, I was like, hey, I really need somebody to do my hair. I need somebody who's going to be consistent. I need all of that. So I was lucky enough to meet Deshawn. And we built a relationship over the last couple of years. I go in the shop, I'm just sitting down because I'm like, look, this ain't my lane. And I'm going to stay in my lane. The other reason why this particular session is so important to me is because growing up, my grandmother actually owned a hair salon. Mm-hmm. So I grew up in the hair salon, getting my hair done every week. My grandma trying different stuff on my hair. Okay. My grandma has been doing hair for over 50 years, at this point. Wow. So, she's been doing her little roller set. She got her little ladies that come in on a weekly basis to get their little roll hair set and all that. So Sean, I want to give you a chance to, really introduce yourself and tell the people about yourself.
Okay. Well, of course, I'm Deshawn Spears, and I am a hairstylist, licensed professional hairstylist.
Okay.
Been everybody to another
4 years. 24 years. I'm kind of like, look both. I do hair and I cut men's as well.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, man. Look. We're gonna go ahead and get started, man.
Yeah.
So we like to get to the root of you. So where are you from? And how would you describe your childhood growing up?
I am from Chester, South Carolina. I started out doing hair. I had a sister in cosmetology school.
Oh wow.
Just in 11th grade, and I think I was probably like in the 7th grade. And in school, they give you 2 years, to get your license or whatnot. Your 11th grade year and your 12th grade year.
Oh wow.
In the 11th grade when she started, I think I was in the 7th grade, and she used to come home like during the holidays, like when you're off from school, and she used to bring a kid home. And while the neighbors, like my cousins stuff, they was outside playing football and stuff, I was in the house taking my grandma wigs and sewing my sister. Hey, doing that. And so my grandma would take her wigs and she would go to church. And when she come from church, she'll tell me that all the old ladies, they liked her hair and, want to know where she get her wigs from and all that. And
oh, wow.
6 months into that, some of the church members start coming home with my grandma on Sundays from church, and they'll have their wigs in their Ziploc bags, and they be like, can you restore this for me? Stuff up, and I'll be like, okay, yeah, and that's how I started.
Wow. That's so cool that, you kind of saw your sister doing this in high school and you're like, hey, that's kind of cool. I want to try that. And so I just think that's absolutely awesome. So, did this kind of start like your love for hair? Was it kind of started at this point in your life?
And like as a child, did you want to be anything else other than a hairdresser at one point? Hairstylist?
Well, but I didn't want to clock in on nobody's job and work.
Right.
I knew I didn't want to do that. I knew I didn't want to sell dope because I had a lot of cousins that sold dope, what I'm saying, the fast money. And I was like, okay, well, me doing hair, I'm kind of like, in their world a little bit. So I was like, I go in the shop, what I'm saying, 9 o'clock in the morning, I get out at 6 o'clock and I done made about $5 or $6, $100,
Yeah.
This is in thousands. Okay, I was like, wait, this is for me then. I go outside cigarette whenever I want to smoke a cigarette. You know, nobody tell me what to do, so I was like, yeah, this is for me. Hair is for me. And then I like making people feel better. You know what I'm saying? Feel good. You know, I've had some people come in with no hair and they leave out with a head full of hair. You know, so I like making people feel good. You know, and we're enhancing their beauty. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. And so it sounds like your grandmother was like one of your biggest influences. So was she like your first customer? Like, how did this get started? You know, as a child, we always want to play in somebody's head. So how did she say, "Okay, I'm gonna let you loose"?
Okay, see, yeah, she was my first customer, and I was a class clown in school, so I used to always get in trouble at school.
I can see that.
Trouble at school and get like suspended. So my mom worked first shift, so she left out to go to work, I think at 7:30. So I would get up in the morning, like if I was suspended or something, I would get up in the morning, get dressed, and leave the house school and wait for my mom to leave. So once my mom leave, I come back home. My grandma, she's probably cooking or whatnot. So I tell her, let me practice on your hair, because she didn't have hair, and then she was going through chemotherapy, because she had
wow.
So she always wanted a ponytail or whatnot. So I would get the synthetic braiding hair, and I would try to make her some edges and pull it up in a ponytail. And I would spend my whole day, playing with my grandma's hair until my mom come home.
Wow.
Before my mom come and act like I've been in school all day long or whatnot.
So let me get this straight. So you were making edges before edges was cool.
I was making edges with synthetic braiding hair, 99-cent braiding hair.
Wow.
The oven door. She opened up the oven door, they gone. Our edges are gone.
So Sean, what was your process to getting licensed? I know you mentioned that you were able to attain it through school, if I'm not mistaken. But what was that experience like? And how many hours did you have to have, kind of as an intern or whatever? And what was that like for you?
Well, I could have got my license in high school, but I was kind of nervous. I mean, nervous, you know what I'm saying, to go to hair school in high school, worry about what people think. So I waited school and I went to Shabazz Barber College. It's in Rock Hill, South Carolina, and I had to do 1,500 hours there. So it took me like like 9 months to do that, and I think like 9 months to do that. And once I finished my hours, I think it took like probably 3 weeks for me to go to the state board and take my test, and I passed my test on the
first. So when you go to the bar, when you go to like the cosmetology school, I'm trying to learn. So when you go to the cosmetology school, do you have to learn how to do like I don't know how to say it, but like white hair as well as black hair and all the other stuff?
Well, they teach you the basics, like like in the scalp and stuff like that. You have to really already have it in you to know how to do hair, because they really don't teach you how to do hair. They just teach you like this, the basics or whatnot. Pick it up on your own, or you have to find you some classes, and just keep taking your classes. But if you school ain't for you, because they don't teach you how to do hair.
So in other words, you got to go underground before you can go above ground.
Dig deep or to learn how to do it, and get these clients out here. Other than that, you're just gonna be a doobie wrap, just shampoo and roller set.
Is that like so in school, like, did you guys primarily just do hair? Did you also learn about skin, nails, coloring?
They teach skin, nails. Well, I went to barber school, so they teach you how to cut men's hair, how to do female hair, nails, skin, eyebrows, for everything. I didn't want to know how to cut men hair. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to learn how to do. So I mean, I can cut men hair, but I don't really like deal with African. Honestly, I don't deal with African American. I'm more comfortable with Caucasian. Shears and cut their hair, but with African American, I have to use the clippers, the gauze, and the razor, and our people.
It's got to be perfect. It's got to be perfect.
For the people, I am. But yeah.
Gotcha.
Cool. So we kind of talked about the licensing process. So tell us a little bit about the first salon that you worked in. What was that experience like?
The first salon I worked in, it's crazy because I'll never forget this. It was on a Sunday, and in the neighborhood I lived in, we had like a basketball court. So on Sundays it was always crowded. So one Sunday I got up and I went to the basketball court. I was like, I'm not doing no weeks today. I'm going to the court. So I went to the basketball court, and this dude, his name is Brian Head. He owned a salon in my hometown. So I was like, Brian, can I get a booth in your shop? And he was like, yeah. So I told him that I was in school. I had like probably 300 hours that I need to get. He was like, sure, come on in. Matter of fact, just come to the salon on Tuesday of next week and we'll talk about it. So I went Tuesday. We talked about it. He told me I can start. So I started in his shop, and he had like a house. I think it's probably like 5 rooms, and I had my own room. And the experience just overwhelmed. Like I had people coming from everywhere, from Columbia, South Carolina, York, South Carolina, Clover. Wow. I bought my in my first salon. I think I worked in the salon like 3 months, and after that, I went and bought my first car. It was an Acura Legend. I didn't even have no license. I was in school. I was still in school.
Wow.
Wow.
Yep.
That's awesome. And so, like, you know, how is it like working in the house, right? So you started your career and you've been able to kind of buy this car. Like, you know, how did you feel at that point? Like, did you feel like, oh, I'm accomplished? Or, you know, what was that feeling? Did you feel like you were just getting started? Or, you know, what was that like for you?
Well, I felt like I was just getting started, and I felt like that it was more out there for me. Like, you know, I'm what, I think I was 19. I was 19. I had bought my first Acura Legend, and I was, you know, was doing it. You know, I was looking out for my homeboys. You know what I'm saying? We'll go out. You know, I just had the money. You know what I'm saying? 19 years in a hair salon. Yeah. Bought my first car, was helping my mom, my grandma out, you know, just was helping everybody out, you know, just good coming in at 19. I'm not working for nobody, my own business, you know, a young black man just making money.
Yeah.
Making money,
so from experience with my mom, my wife, all the ladies in my life, they say basically the salon is a place of kind of counseling and healing and just getting stuff out. So how were you able to connect with the ladies and just like sit there and just listen and do hair at the same time? Like how has that been for you? Look, I know you heard some crazy stories.
I've heard everything under the weather. I've heard everything to the point I keep my mouth closed. But let me tell you that experience. Back to my first salon that I worked in. Thank God it happened at the beginning of my career. I was in my first salon, the first shop I ever worked at. One of my clients, she was a regular client. She was coming to me like every 2 weeks. So my room was another hair shop, another room doing hair. So every weekend, every Saturday, this dude would come to the shop, right? But he wouldn't come to my room. He'd come to this other lady's room. So, you know, I ain't paying. So probably by maybe a few months after, you know, me working in the salon, my client came in. She was like, do you know that man? I was like, yeah. He come here every weekend, just sit in the room with the lady or whatnot. So she was like, oh. So the next weekend, Saturday, I had came to work. I had came in late. I think I had came in probably about 12 or 1 anyway. So when I came in, the owner of the other shop said, man, I'm so glad you was not here this morning because such and such came here and he was mad at you because he said that you told his wife that he messed with this lady. Well, with the lady. I don't want to call her no names.
Oh my God.
Ain't nothing. I was like, my client asked me who was that dude, and I told her who the dude was. And he was like, you know what, that's her mom's husband. I was like, well, I ain't got
nothing to do with that.
Yeah. And so the owner was like, you know what, I'm glad you were here because he had his gun. He have shot you. So so to answer your question, it can be good and it can be bad. You just have to know what to say. You know what I'm saying? Like you let your clients lead the conversation. you know, and you fall, you know, but it's good and it's bad. Like, I mean, but a lot of people come in there, you know, they come to the salon, you know, just to relax and, you know, just to get away from their kids, their problems, their issues, you know. Some clients, I'm like they only friend, you know, like they vent to me, you know. So, I mean, it helps me to, you know, I can vent to some of my clients and my clients can vent to me. But it goes to show you just have to be, you just have to know what to say. And you have to know who your client is and trust your client and keep it pushing. Yeah,
Wow.
but yeah, I
And that's a
learned.
good point. Like, you know, with like relationships, like what, you know, what is like the best way to build a relationship with like your cosmetologist, the person that's doing your hair? Because, you know, we have these pop-up places where, you know, you can go and pay, you know, $99, $115, get your hair done. You know, why is it important to kind of feel that connection with the person who's doing your hair?
Well, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you because I'm a real stylist, but it's not there for me. Some stylists they want to secure the bag, you know. But for me, I just think that, I mean, it's you want to trust your client and your client want to trust you. So I mean, you just have to build that relationship. Me personally, I build my relationships with my client. It may sound crazy, it may sound stupid, but the first argument with my client is like we like this right here. You know, the first and my client have we close, like, you know, this is my client. You know, if we can agree, you know, then I think that it'll work out.
So I want to ask you a question. So about a year ago, COVID hit. And I just want to know, like, how did that affect your business? And what are you doing to get people comfortable enough to come back to the salon and sit in the chair and build those relationships back up?
That's a good question.
Well, it really didn't affect me at all, really, you know, because I was like going through a situation anyway. Actually, it was kind of good for me because I'm able now where I'm able to rebrand myself. And the COVID just sucks. F Donald Trump. But I just think, you know, it's crazy. But for me, what I'm doing, you know, for my clients to come back and all the procedures and all that, I'm definitely sanitizing everything. You know, I'm booking my appointments. You know, I'm doing like maybe an hour and a half, you know, free, you know, in between my clients. I'm giving all my clients, I'm checking their temperature as they come through the door. I'm making sure the mask is available. You know, if they don't have a mask, I have a mask. You can put 2 and 3 masks on. I'm just making sure that everything clean, sanitized, and everybody's together. It's corona free. I'm just making sure everybody's free.
And so I have a question, you know, like while people are at home, you know, some people are like, still a little skittish about coming back. So do you have like any hair tips, you know, tips that you can kind of give people about things that they can kind of do at home just to kind of keep their hair healthy?
Yeah, I would say get with your stylist and figure out what products your stylist use and get your stylist to get you like a little grab bag, you know, something that you can keep till you feel comfortable to come back in the salon and, you know, continue your regimen.
That's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
But I have to ask you, so, you know, as Black women, we come in the salon and then, you know, we get our ends clipped. So, you know, are you guys cutting off all our hair, or is it just like, what is the end clipping doing?
Right, where everybody sit in my chair want to get their ends clipped, because some people don't understand. If you can see through your hair, it needs to be cut. Ends need to be cut. If your hair down to your back, if I can see your back, if I can see your shirt through your hair, if your hair is paper thin, it needs to be cut. But a lot of people don't understand, if you clip your ends or you take care of your ends, trim your ends every 4 to 6 weeks, your hair will grow. You know, because the dead ends just weighs the hair down. But a lot of people don't understand, you know, from a trim a trim from a haircut. You know, like some females, you know, they'll go in the clients, their stylists, I need to get my ends trimmed. And that stylist will end up giving them a whole haircut.
Oh, wow.
A whole haircut. So I feel like some clients just have had that bad experience about getting their ends trimmed. And you know they don't want them, but I sit my clients down and I tell them, look, this is what you're gonna have to do. Hold the mirror. I'm showing you. I'm cutting your ends. If you had to grow, if you wanted to grow, your ends gonna have to be trimmed. They're gonna have to be trimmed. But some people they don't like to get their ends trimmed. They rather for their ends just to be ragged. And
not raggedy.
Like it's like you just really have to be patient with people, like with your clients. Be patient with them. Be patient with your clients. That's how you have to just be patient with them.
Gotcha.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
And so another question, you know, like even with myself, like you deal with this with me whenever I have like presentations, whenever I have to travel for work, you know, I'm always like, okay, what can we do to my hair? One, where it's presentable, right? So, you know, can you talk a little bit about your corporate clients and, you know, their need to kind of fit in, right, per se, or have their hair a certain way? So what's your thoughts about that? And just kind of this climate that we have where, you know, Black women feel like they can't wear their hair a certain way.
I would say, you know, it's not fair.
Yeah.
It's not fair, you know, because everybody, you know, want to, you know, wear their personality. That's what I call it. I call hairstyles personalities. But I just feel like that it's not fair. Like, I mean, it all depends. You know, you can get away, corporate females can get away with, you know, a little edgy styles. You just have to have that stylist to know what fits you and what's not. You know, you just have to know what fits their client. You have to know what fits their client. But you don't always have to wear your natural hair. Like, you know, now we have wigs and stuff that we can, you know, like wear temporary wigs, you know, stuff like that. We can put like clips and pieces in there. But I get it though, you know, y'all don't want to always be neat. You know, y'all don't want to always be simple. You know, you want a little edge to it. It can happen. I can do it. I just need to know my client. Like, I just need to know my client and, you know, figure out their personality. I can slip it in there.
So basically it kind of goes back into having that personal relationship with the stylist.
Right. Exactly, that personal relationship. You got to have that personal relationship. You build that personal relationship with your client, y'all can go to the roof. I'm telling you. You can. You got to have that personal relationship.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more. So I do have to ask, you know, it's been trending everywhere, all over the internet, Gorilla Glue Girl. So, you know, we've all we've all had our laugh about it, but you know, I can understand where she was coming from, just to kind of. So, what's your thoughts, Sean?
Slow. Forgive me. If you see this live, honey, what were you thinking? You didn't read it? You didn't read it. I don't get it because it wasn't in the hair section. It was in the hardware home section.
And I got a question for you. If you put that in your hands, what didn't it feel a little different?
Yeah, I don't understand how she combed it through, because when she put it on her hand, I'm sure it dried. So I don't know what she was thinking. I don't know whether she wanted to get her some views up or what, but that just didn't make no sense. How did you slick your part down after you sprayed it on your hair? I didn't get it. I don't know what she was looking for, her attention was, but I hope she got it, because that was just crazy. Why would you put glue on your hair? And I just didn't. She didn't read it. She didn't read it. But
she don't read a lot.
Huh?
She don't read a lot.
No, she don't read at all. She because why would you go in the hardware section to get something for your hair?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if it wasn't in the hardware section, then she need to figure out what's going on with them people. Whoever stopped it.
So have you ever had a customer that came in that's done something, you know, crazy like this to their hair, that you had to fix it?
Yeah, I have had a client that came in to me, and she had a 28 piece. She had let somebody else
Wow.
install for. So she came to me with it still in there, and she wanted me to take it out. So I had to cut all her hair off bald.
Oh my God.
I had to cut all her hair off bald. It was an older lady. She probably about in her probably late 50s. She was sitting there crying. I was cutting it. She was crying, and I was telling her, you know, but yeah,
Wow.
and
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
I am speechless. I mean, ladies, I just want to say something. If you are in doubt, if you don't know, just don't do it. I
Leave
mean,
it because the price is going up if we have to fix it. The price is going up. We got to
Mm-hmm.
somebody else work or fix something that somebody else done like the Gorilla Glue girl. That's just crazy. I just don't get it. But you have some people out there, who you get what you pay for.
You get what you
yeah.
pay for. Yep.
You get what you pay for.
Or maybe she was trying to get ready for like a hair show, like in the hair shows and like
For a permanent hair show.
Forever hair show.
Not
Gotcha.
at all. But I wonder what happened with the doctor. Like, did he? What happened with him? Like, what type of doctor was he? Was he like I don't. Where he come from?
I don't know either. I want to know how did he get paid? Because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't a cheap procedure.
Yeah, it was like I want to say like $12,000 or something like that, and he actually paid for it. So I read a story online where apparently like his daughters or whatever saw the story and they were like, "Hey, Dad, can you get this out of her hair?" But I think the doctor who did it, he has a background in chemistry. So he was able to reverse engineer the products that are included in Gorilla Glue to break it down. So he like tried it there and then he brought her in. But I think he mostly does like plastic surgery,
Oh wow.
that type of thing. So
okay.
Hey Sean, I have a question for you, brother. You as a kind of experienced hairstylist, where do you see the industry going within the next couple of years?
You're not gonna have to be professional. You're
Oh.
not have to be able to have license. You can do hair without license. I just think that women gonna be walking around here with no hair. Edges are really gonna hide and seek. They are. I just think that the Chinese people are finna come up. They sitting down thinking about how can they make more scalps. It's crazy because back in the day we didn't do all this. I don't think we did shampoo, treat, ends, trim, and roll up under the dryer. Nowadays we got to build a scalp.
A whole scalp, Sean.
A whole scalp. Like it's a lot of it's a lot of styles that's out here that's not healthy, but they look. So I guess they're going for what look good versus what's healthy, and what's going to keep their hair nourished and growing. They don't care about healthy hair anymore.
Oh
Wow.
Shout out to the stylists that still care about healthy hair. I hope your clientele still rocking because if you ain't doing weaves or laying glue and frontals and closures and building scalps, I don't really think you're really making it. That's just mine.
So you have a kind of a
like 5 years from now, anything's gonna go with hair. I just think you're gonna have me weaves in 5 years from.
I think they already have those.
look,
I think I
done
seen
some
those
stuff.
online.
I done seen
Yeah,
some stuff.
I'm heavy to the point you ain't gonna know is he, she, or she. I just don't think that.
You wild, man. You wild. You're a wild brother.
And then it's like I know with Brader's license, you really don't even have to go to school for Brader's license. Like you can go online and take the test, and it has 5 questions on it for $25.
Wow.
Really?
Work in shop, but from what I understand, I hear here down here in Georgia, you don't have to have license.
Wow.
I work in the shop. Yeah.
So I want to ask you a question. So does each
expensive. So everybody gonna want to do it now. You know, whether you can do it or not, they're gonna do it. And most people are going home in the kitchen doing it to save money.
Yeah.
So,
I done seen it.
to be honest with you, you got people at home do it better than some of the people that's in the salon. But the people at home, they don't know nothing about taking care of your hair. They just know how to make it look good.
Now that's a
And
good point.
right, and that's what most people want. They just want it to look good. Because I hear a lot of clients say, "I don't care nothing about no hair. As long as they say I have, I'm gonna have hair." I care about hair, but.
Wow.
I mean, wow. I didn't
That's
realize all
interesting.
that.
You know what? That was a good point, though. I mean, that was a nugget that you just dropped. You know, some of them can make the hair look good, but are you gonna have hair afterwards?
Right.
Wow. So another question for you, Sean. So, like, what are some of the things that you like specialize in with your salon?
Well, I do a little bit of everything, but what I love to do, what I'm specialized in is hair restoration. Like hair restoration, I do a lot of weaves. I do a lot of wigs, hair restoration. That's basically and what I love to do.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Gotcha.
And they have alopecia, and they don't wear their own hair, so they want protective styles and stuff like that. So yeah, weaves and hair restoration, wigs, all the above.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
So, what is your inspiration to continue doing hair now? Like, what keeps Deshawn in the industry?
What keeps me in the industry is people. What keeps me in the industry? My clients. Um, my clients. My clients.
Gotcha.
Clients. Yeah, because I feel that my clients don't want to go to nobody else. I spoil my clients, and plus I love what I do. I love what I do. It doesn't feel like work. It's just natural. It's something that I feel like I have to do. If I'm not doing hair, I'll be honest with you. If I'm not doing hair, my whole body hurts. That's crazy, ain't it? But that's
Wow.
Wow. And hair keeps me out of trouble. Hair keeps me at peace.
Wow.
So
it sounds like you are working within your passion, and you get fulfillment kind of doing hair and making people feel good.
Right.
And that's big. And that's really big because, we have this life that all of us are living. And, sometimes we're doing stuff that we don't want to do. But, to be able to find something that you really enjoy, that you really value, and, the impact that you're having on these individuals' lives. I mean, sometimes getting your hair done, it could be life changing. Whether you're getting ready for an interview or you're getting ready for a wedding, and to be able to be a part of these special moments in people's lives. I mean, that's truly a blessing.
Yeah, it is. It's
truly a blessing.
So it might be crazy, but I'm not in it for the money. The money is going to come. I'm not in it for the money. The money is going to come. And a lot of stylists are in it for the money. I'm not in it for the money because God has already secured my bag. So,
oh yes.
So I'm not in it for the money. The money is already. I already have $2 million up. You know what I'm saying? I just have to get my ass up every morning and go do hair. I don't do it for the money. It's just there. It's there. Like it's like gas. Like for a car, you have to have it. Like yeah.
Wow. He's dropping gems today, man.
Oh,
this dude
I'm
here,
telling you.
this guy here.
I am telling you, I'm not prepared for what Sean said today. And I've been knowing Sean for almost 8 years out here. So I'm like, whoa, I didn't think about it.
So Sean, what is your advice for the future stylists coming up, the young man or woman in school, just grinding to get where you're at?
That want to do hair.
That wants to do hair, that loves hair. Like, what is your advice for them?
I would say stay in your own lane, throughout the whole path. You're going to have stylists that's going to tell you what you need to do and what you don't need to do. Number one, don't follow the hype. Never follow the stay in your own lane. stay in your own lane. If I would say, me personally, this is what I did. Once I finished school, I worked inside of a corporate salon for like 2.5 years. Build my clientele up, with corporate people. And that's when I went out and I got into my own space. But I would say, don't follow the hype. I will work under somebody who have a strong background for like a year, or two. Then I will branch out but I wouldn't, want to rush and try to get your own business. Just wait, because once you get your own salon, it's a lot. You got two of everything. Light bill at home, light bill at the salon. Just take your time and just build your clientele up. Save your money, and just do your own thing. Don't follow the hype. It's enough styles out here, just have your own identity. Don't follow the hype.
That's important. That's important. And so, while we're speaking about having your own identity, so do you have any advice about, building your clientele?
Yes, building your clientele, my experience, I'm just telling you what I did. I did have years. I'm not gonna say all the way free 2 years, but I discounted dirt cheap to where it's free for 2 years. I did a free, few clients, for free, but I had to build my name up. Did it for free, of course but yeah, I did it and built my name up.
Okay. And so we were told that you have a wig line called Sara
Marie.
Sara Marie. And so what was your inspiration behind doing that?
My grandmother and my aunt. My grandmother's name is Marie and my great aunt name is Sarah. She had a curly kid. Yeah, she had a curly kid. It was short, it was thin, but she had a curly kid and she liked wigs and stuff. And I just named them after those two.
Wow.
Honor the family.
That's
love
awesome.
it. I love it. I love
it. I love how, we have that connection about like our grandmothers and, tying it back to hair, like you doing your grandma's hair, me, my grandma's shop and, just like those memories. So, I think it was absolutely wonderful that, you're continuing that legacy, and helping women, like your grandmother, from where you started from. So, I just think that's great. And the advice that you just gave people was staying in your own lane and finding your own identity. And that's one of the reasons why, we do this cohort 1986 is because we want to provide people with knowledge. We want to give people inspiration. And we also want to give people, a different perspective. Because so many times we jump into these careers and we're like, what? I didn't know this was happening.
Right, but see, in these careers because of social media, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're thinking that this person is doing it so big, and you go out the next day and see this person at the grocery store, you be like, really? They sitting here buying the Food Line brand?
Right.
You just have to, don't get caught up what you seeing other people do, because 9 times out of 10, what you think they're doing, they're not doing. It's the glare that you can't see, from the social media. So I just wouldn't, worry about you. Do your own thing. Stay in your own lane, and I promise you, God will make a way. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know this far where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? But God brought me here.
Yes. Yes, He did.
So Sean, if
but I got here. I'm here. Like Celia say, I'm here.
Or like you say, a few minutes.
Okay. But yeah, you just stay in your and don't get caught up what you see other people doing. Because you don't know what other people did to, make it seem like that they living the way you want to live. And so just don't get caught up. Stay in your own lane. I promise you everything will work out.
Right.
Gonna fall, but you're gonna get back up. Don't worry about it. Get back up.
And that's true.
Right.
And that's a really good point. Did you have like any challenges throughout your career?
Challenges. I'm still going through the challenges. Yeah. I've had one, two. I've had three shops, and I've closed down 2 by choice, 1 by force.
Yeah.
start it over. I mean, it's not how you fall, it's how you get back up. And people need to
That's
understand.
it.
It's about how you get back up. And if you're talented and you believe in yourself and you have that confidence, you'll get back up.
That's it.
Right.
That's it.
Sean, if I wanted to find you and I wanted to be a client, how would I look you up and how would I find you?
You can find me on Instagram, dspears72. You can find me on Facebook, Deshawn Spears. I have another page. It's my editorial page, Deshawn Spears, Facebook. And I also have another editorial page on Instagram. It's Spears Deshawn72. And I also have a Twitter, Deshawn Salon Marie.
Oh,
okay.
Got an editorial page. I'll go check that out. Go check out the beat work that he do.
But yeah, you can find me there. You can call me 281-250-3750. I'm available 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Just call me. I can get you in.
Nice.
You fit you in.
Like, the rest of the stylists that swears they book, I don't get that you booked. You just don't want to do their hair.
It had to be said.
I'm gonna sip my coffee on that one.
It had to be said.
You just don't want to do their hair because there's no such thing being booked.
Look, you can't. Ain't that much booking in the world.
Ain't that much
You fit somebody
in. Right.
So, what are your future plans? So, next 5 years, like what you got on the books or what you thinking?
Next 5 years, my plan is to have my own salon, about 25 booths in it. Get my own shop, and probably I'm probably going to do a little bit more traveling with my clients.
Okay.
And I want to probably a full service shop with about 25 people. I'm going to do nails, hair, microblade, and makeup. Yeah, full service, one stop salon.
That's awesome.
I got a one-off question for you. I got a one-off question for you. How important is it for Black people to have their own kind of like hair beauty hair supply store? Like, do you think that's an important thing for the community?
I mean, it's very important, but African American people, we have to understand that everything don't have to be so expensive. If you want to keep the client, the customer, to return back, you don't have to always. I just feel like, me personally, my experiences with going into Black businesses like hair stores, I just think they overpriced. Like, they just too pricey. Like, it's just too pricey. And you want us to support, but your prices are too expensive. Just like the other day, it's a new Black hair shop that just opened up, and I went to support them last week, and I bought 2 things of color, and I bought I think some gloves and $30. Why the color was $8.50.
Wow.
Right, $8.50 for color, and it was dark and lovely, a box color.
What?
It wasn't no specialty. It was just a box color.
I supported her. That's it. I did it. I did my support. But I just think that it's just too pricey. Like, it doesn't have to be, so expensive. It just doesn't. You want the support, but you're overcharging your people. Then you get mad when your people go to the Chinese people and continue their business with them.
Yeah.
But I get it. I know, they connect probably, they probably not getting good deals with the wholesale prices. But I just think they just overcharge.
Yeah, I can understand.
I can agree. I can see where you're coming from. I can see where you're coming from.
So, yeah.
So, Sean, look, is there a quote that you want to leave us off with? Like a quote that's special to your heart, special to you?
Yes. All hairstylists are not created equally. Check my track record.
He come with that heat.
All hairstylists are not created equally. I'm telling you, they're not. And I'm going to say it to the day I die. All hairstylists are not created equally.
Look, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, that's Sean all day, every day.
I mean, he has the confidence, and you can see the product.
Yeah.
And so, like, when he says it, I believe him. I mean, look, I seen his work, and I seen other people work, and I'm like, I don't know that much about him, but I'm like, this looks better.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
No problem, sir. No problem, sir. And before you go, I just want to say that you can like, share, subscribe to all of our platforms at Cohort 1986. And we do have a t-shirt giveaway.
Yeah.
We have an extra large tie-dye special shirt that we're giving away. All you have to do is share our stuff. And Sean, plug your stuff one more time before we go. Because look, we're about promoting businesses and you a black business.
Okay. You can follow me on Instagram, DSpears72, Instagram Spears Deshawn72, Facebook Deshawn Spears, Facebook Deshawn Spears editorial page. You can find me on Twitter, D Salon Marie. It's the letter D Salon Marie. All hairstylists are not created equally, people. Hug them and tell them that they are the best stylists ever.
Hey, Sean, hit him with that number. Hit him with that phone number one more time.
All hairstyles are not created equally, people. They are not created equally. Call your stylist, hug your stylist, tell your stylist that they are the best stylists ever. You can follow me on Instagram, DSpears72, Instagram Spears Deshawn72, Facebook Deshawn Spears, Facebook Deshawn Spears editorial page, Twitter D Salon Marie.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
I created equally.
Gotcha. Thank you so much, brother. We do appreciate you, man. Much love, and I pray for safe return.
And I will see you next week.
Next week. Thank you guys so much, and you guys be safe out here in this COVID-19, where COVID-2020.
Thank you, Sean.
All right, much love, brother.
You guys be safe.
Be safe. Thank you. Bye.